You're listening to Between Two Worlds.
Hello, I'm your host Claudia Coppola, and welcome to Between Two Worlds. Now, whether you're a new or loyal listener, get ready for some chilling stories today, because we've got many special guests here to share their very own personal paranormal stories. With all that being said, when thinking of the paranormal world, where do your thoughts take you? I, for one, truly believe that there is another force present that we just can't see, whether that being of good or evil nature. Now, you may think I'm irrational or even overanalyzing things with a mythical imagination. However, what I'm hoping to do is not only give you a chilling experience when listening to my podcast, but I slowly want to convince you that the unknown is out there. That's right, I'm talking ghosts, spirits, angels, and even beings of a demonic nature. I invite all listeners to join me on my mysterious journey, either adding personal stories to the creepiness of it all, or challenge me as to why you think it's just my imagination running wild. My goal today is either to spook you out or to convince you that ghosts do exist. We have a lot in store for you, as there are many personal stories that are going to be shared today that happen within people's very own homes. Let's jump right in and talk to some students at Ryerson University to see what their opinion on ghosts are. So I'm here today at Ryerson University to ask students whether they believe in ghosts or not and their take on the paranormal world. Let's get right into it. Do you believe in ghosts or spirits?
Yes.
Definitely, I definitely do believe in it.
Yes.
I do, yes.
Have you ever experienced anything that has made you believe?
I don't think I would say I experienced it, but I think there is something, like, in my opinion, this is what I've read too, that there's like different dimensions, and we're living in the third dimension. But I think ghosts and higher beings live in fourth, fifth, sixth dimensions, all the way up to seventh, and they can communicate with us through those dimensions, but we cannot communicate.
So I went to Italy this summer, and we went to go visit one of like the famous churches near in the town that we were in. So we were in the church, and it was really hot that day, and one of the teachers went up to the front and basically was talking about the history of the church. It went off track a little bit, and he basically said the word like possessive, and right when he said that, a girl from across from me basically started like shaking, and we don't know if it was like a ghost story or like a seizure, but we think everybody in the church, like all of us students, got up and ran out because we were all like so freaked out. And then while we were walking out, another teacher was like, grab the holy water. So everybody was like, oh my God, like this is not real. Like what's going on? So that was like one of the scariest moments I've had.
So luckily, I had a lot of people on my side. But then I met Andreas, and this is what he had to say. So, do you believe in ghosts in the paranormal world?
I'm afraid I do not.
Okay, why not?
Probably because I hadn't had any experiences really with ghosts or anything paranormal. So, and also I'm not a huge fan of the whole paranormal scene or movies or horror movies. So maybe that's probably why. But
Are you scared of it, or are you just...
to tell the truth, yeah, I am pretty frightened. Like I can't even watch like a thriller movie without getting a little bit sweaty. So
Okay, with no disrespect, do you think you don't believe just because you don't want to believe?
maybe that could be it. I mean, I haven't put like too much thought into it, but when people mention paranormal activities, then I don't really buy into it. So that could be it.
Okay, so as you've heard, I'm not the only one that believes in ghosts or the spiritual world. Still not convinced? Let's head back to the studio. I'm here on Halloween night with Yasmin Mirakovic, who is going to share with us actually a personal story that happened within her own house. So welcome, Yasmin.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. So go ahead, please share your story.
So this actually happened about 2 weeks ago. I was up late working on my podcast opening for sound production. Personally, I hate being the last one up at night. I don't know, it just freaks me out. So I'm upstairs, getting ready, and all of a sudden I hear footsteps on the main floor. Now, I'm used to hearing my house creak and moan because it's an older house, but you can tell when someone's walking. And so I try not to think too much of it at first, but then I heard the footsteps coming up the stairs. And because my room's right beside the stairs, I could hear it so distinctly, like I knew right away someone was coming up. And it could have been my parents or something, but like I knew they were all asleep, so I froze. I didn't know what to do. So the footsteps are coming up the stairs, I hear them hit the top of the stairs and on like the landing for the floor. And they start coming towards my room. Now, I'm already frozen like an idiot. I have no clue what to do, what to grab in case I need like a weapon or something when my doorknob starts turning. And I was scared like out of my mind.
Did you call to anyone, like to see if anyone was there, or?
I really should have, but I was just so scared. Like, I was paralyzed. I had no clue what to do. I just stood there. And so the doorknob all of a sudden just stops turning, and no one like pushes open the door. But I do hear the footsteps like turn around and then start going down the stairs. And so I could breathe a little sigh of relief, but I didn't move out of my place until like I heard them on the main floor, until they completely disappeared. At which point I just rushed to get to bed. The thing is though, the next morning I turned to my mom and I go, hey, you're a light sleeper, so you must have heard this. Did you hear someone coming up the stairs last night? And she goes, no, I didn't hear anything. Like, there was no noises. And she then goes, did you? I'm like, yeah, but did you or dad go downstairs and then come back up? And she goes, no, we never left the room. And at that point, I was just thoroughly terrified because my house has an alarm system. So if it wasn't someone in the house going up and down, who the heck was it?
Wow, do you have any like siblings at all or anything?
I actually have a younger sister, and the thing is, she never wakes up in the middle of the night because she hates having to leave her room at night because she gets freaked out too. She had no recollection of this at all. So I have no idea who it could have been.
Wow. Okay, have you heard anything since?
I hear the occasional like creak and moan. Like I said, it's an older house, but nothing so far too distinct like that. But I'm keeping my ear out because if it happens again, I'm out.
Thank you so much, Yasmin, for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Please keep us updated because we'd love to have you back again.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thanks.
All right, guys, so we've been having a pretty spooky day with a lot of people who have believed in ghosts. But I thought I'd change things up a little bit and invite Spencer Grinberg here to the studio, someone that doesn't believe in ghosts. And I'm going to see if my stories can convince him a little bit.
Good luck.
All right. Welcome, Spencer.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being so welcoming.
So I'm just going to start off with a Ouija experience that actually happened to my best friend.
Oh, boy.
One night, me and my friends, basically, we wanted to play the Ouija board, but we didn't have one. So what we did was we got a cardboard box and we made our own Ouija board. And then we got a wine glass and flipped the wine glass over, and that was going to be our planchette. So we were playing normally, whatever, like we weren't really getting anything at first, when suddenly it started moving. And my friend had asked, is anyone with us? And then it just started like moving to C-A-R. And we were like, car? What the heck?
The ghost was in the car.
No. So then basically it just kept saying car. Out of nowhere, it started saying R-E-D. And my friend's car was red. So it just kept saying this. It kept saying car, red, car, red, car, red. And we were like, what the heck? And I told her, I'm like, no, you're not driving tomorrow. As we were playing, we started hearing the glass start to ding. And we were like, oh my God, like what the heck? Like this demon is trying to get out. We didn't really think about it much, but later on we like noticed that like as we were moving the glass around, it kept kind of like wobbling, like it wanted to tip over. And then as soon as it started dinging, we said goodbye right away because we're like, no demons here. No, thank you. This is where the story gets crazy.
Oh, boy, here it comes. This is the crazy part. Okay.
The next day, her mom came to pick her up in their red car and got in an accident.
Okay.
Red car. It was trying to warn us or something.
So what I'm going to say is, this is one of your best friends, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So would you say she jokes around with you on many occasions?
How could she joke around about a car crash?
I think she can joke around by putting her hand on the same cup and saying, oh, are you moving it? No, I'm not moving it. Are you moving it?
Yeah,
oh,
but you want her to go, oh, Mom, crash the car, please. We need to prove a point.
That's so convenient. Oh, come on. Like, you're seriously going to tell me, is there anyone here with us?
Car! Car red!
But she had a red car. Like,
And
who
then,
has a red car?
Like, what's she going to do? Hey, Ma! Don't take the car tomorrow! Like, come on.
Okay, but this is what happened. So she went to a psychic. It wasn't even like the next day or something. It was like a month later. She went to the psychic and she goes, did you create a Ouija board? Like, my friend was like freaking out. She's like, yeah, I did. And then she goes, get rid of it, bury it. She's like, don't destroy it, but get rid of it. She's like, the dinging on the glass was a spirit trying to get out and either possess one of you or haunt your house.
Or possessed your car.
No. And then basically, so she's like, don't burn it, because when you burn it, any demon or spirit that you've talked to in that board can then be brought out of the board.
Oh my god, wait, do you smell that?
What?
It smells like bullshit.
Oh my God. So, like, nothing from that story creeped you out.
No, because that is the dumbest thing I have heard.
All right, Spencer. Well, let's get back to the believers.
All right, later, folks.
Thanks for coming on the show, Spence. Today has been such a wild ride with so many creepy stories. But before you depart from my podcast, I want to leave you with this. A house is never still in the darkness to those who listen intently. There is whispering in distant corners. Creaks are the silent steps of those who roam the halls. When you suddenly wake in the night confused, it was them whispering in your ears. Ghosts have been around since the first man who woke in the night. So next time you wake up in the middle of the night, just think of that. Alright guys, you're listening to Between Two Worlds, and if you're still not convinced, tune in next week because I have a ton of more stories in store for you.